welcome back. We have learned about how to ask the right question to the right people. Now the second step to our data analysis is to prepare the data. So now you have the questions, who wants what and who is relevant for what. So now the next step is to prepare. How should you prepare? So for preparing, you should actually collect the data. So how and where you collect the data from? So there is a raw set of data which is lying around the entire world. You need to find that relevant set of data and get that on board. So this is your job, and this is where you prepare your data. So how exactly you do? There are multiple level of confidentiality of the data which you should be taking care of. So there, if the data is coming within from the organization itself, then it is definitely the first party data. It is your own data which you are using for your own purpose. So there is no such confidentiality issue with that. The only issue is that you cannot share outside, and for that you need to take the proper permissions. Then we have some publicly available data, and that is something which anybody can use from the entire world, and they can use for certain purposes. So this is a publicly available data, and you can use that for your analysis. And then we have like some data from the government websites are generally out for the public analysis. So that is a public kind of data, and it does not have so much of security, and it can be reused. Then we have some restricted amount of data, or the client data, which is a third party data, wherein you should be taking care that this particular data is used only for the purpose which it was taken for. So before collecting that data, you should be actually referring to the MOU or the contract which you have signed before using this data, wherein the fair use of those data sets are already mentioned, and you should try to follow that. It is a crime not to follow that which is written into that contract with a fair use policy. So if you have taken the data, there would be some clauses wherein you would be getting the details that you should not reveal the personal identification of the person who's involved as a subject into that data. So you should respect that. You should not create anything out of that data which is going to reveal the personal identity of a particular subject which is involved into that. Then also there are certain confidential numbers or some important information which they don't want to show. So those kind of information you should not share with anyone, as well as you should not be revealing that in your analytics as well. So the data is something which is supposed to be used for the exact purpose which you have taken it for. So please take care of that and keep this in mind always when you are working with data. So now the next thing is you prepare your data. So by preparing, we mean the collection of that data and putting that into a usable format. So that can be into the form of tables. When you have a structured data, so definitely it is in the form of data tables. And if it is unstructured, so you should follow those processes which are involved into getting those unstructured data on board. So now there are two things. One is using the spreadsheets. You can use Excel spreadsheet and the Google spreadsheets, and there are multiple tools available in the market which help you with collection of data. There are certain databases which you can use like Oracle and others, so you can use that as well. So this is how you prepare your data for the analysis. So for how you process your data, stay tuned. I'll be discussing that in my next video. Till then, check my previous videos, and also like, share and subscribe to my channel if you like the content. Bye bye.